This video is about how we've upgraded the Activities tab. We've done this for a couple of reasons. One is to make it easier to use. Secondly, to save you guys time. Thirdly, to help you, make it easier for you to keep records of all the things that you're doing with a contact, and also to be more organized. So before it was just a long list of things, but now we've actually added things like pagination, so you can click between pages. We show 10, but you can actually go for the full list if you want to, like that. Let's go back to 10. We can filter all of our activities by date. For example, the 15th of the 7th, if I paste that in, that will give me everything I did on that date. So let's get everything back. We just clear the list. We can filter by type. Now, all of these are activity types. So what are activities? Well, we've got system activities, which are, for example, when you write a note, Proactive records an activity in the system. When you create a to-do, Proactive records an activity. When you create a sales lead for a contact, it generates an activity record. So those are recorded. So we've got done to-dos, notes. So for example, I can filter on just all the to-dos that I've actually done. But there are also activities that you can create yourself. So depending on the kind of things you do with your contacts, you can actually create your own contact and then add an activity. So if I put one in here, for example, attended, if I could spell, meeting. And so we've got this particular activity, which is something unique to our business, like all of these here. And then if we go back to the contacts, go down here, then we can add an activity in this little panel here. So we've got the one attended meeting, discuss the proposal. The other change is that we can actually do activities set in the past. So if you keep a note of things and then want to add them at a later date, you can easily do that. And save the activity. And there it is in the list. Some activities are generated outside of this. For example, when you've included the person on a MailChimp campaign, or when this contact receives an email, they're generated automatically by Proactive. So you could end up with a lot of activities in here. You can delete activities, you can edit activities as well. And you can also search for activities. So let's just have a look, and so say the word spoke. We might be looking for activities where we talked about a certain product or a certain person or a certain place. But just to show you, when we start typing, it filters the activities very, very quickly. I mentioned just now about email being an activity. So if you connect Proactive to your mailbox or you synchronize it with Google, then when a contact of yours sends you an email, or when you send an email to one of your contacts, it's recorded as an activity and displayed in this Activities tab. So this is great because you've got now, in one place you've got a full view of your email, any MailChimp campaigns, all the notes, to-dos, the sales leads, and every other type of activity that you've actually created yourself specifically for your business and situation. I've explained about email in another video, but to see the contents, we just click the subject line. And obviously this is dummy text here. And again, just as I mentioned before, we don't store the content of your email on our system. We only store the subject line. When we look at the Activity tab, we see the specific activities that we've actually been doing in all the detail of them, and we can manage them. But we can also report on them. So if we go here, this report basically gives us a list of all the activities that we've actually done. And we can have all time, or for example, a shorter period of time. And this gives us an idea of what we've actually been spending our time on over the last period. And obviously in this case it's dummy data, but we've had 5 contacts that have received a MailChimp campaign. So when you look back at your week or your month and you say, what did I do with my time? This report will really help you understand what you've done.